In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to check if a number is divisible by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. So I have three numbers here. I have a 4-digit number, a 5-digit number, and a 6-digit number. So let's start with 2 first. So for 2 first, let's see if which one of these are divisible by 2. So if you want to check if a number is divisible by 2, we just have to check the last digit of the number. So we have to check 2 here, 8, and then 0. If the last digit of a number is divisible by 2, then the number itself is divisible by 2, and we don't have to check all the numbers. So here, this is divisible by 2 because it's ending in 2, it's ending in 8, so this is also divisible by 2, and then this is also divisible by 2. So all of these numbers are divisible by 2. Okay? Now let's check if a number is divisible by 3. So a number is divisible by 3 if the sum of the numbers is divisible by 3. So let's add these numbers. So 5, 8, 7, 2. Let's add these numbers. So 5 plus 8 is 13, 13 plus 7 is 20, and then 22. 22 is not divisible by 3, so it is not divisible by 3 itself. And then here, we can also do the same, but here's the trick. We can also ignore numbers that are multiple of 3 because we know if we add those numbers, it's still going to be a multiple. For example, we can just ignore 3 here, and 6 here because these are also multiples of 6. So let's say if your answer is 12, if you add 6, you're going to get 18. The number is still divisible by 3. Similarly, if you add 3 more in it, so you get 21, that number is still divisible by 3. So we can just exclude the numbers that are already divisible by 3 to make it even faster. So here we just have to add 8 and 7. So if we add 8 and 7, we get 15. 15 is divisible by 3, so that means 37,368 is divisible by 3. And then 120,130, same thing, we can just ignore the 3 here. So let's add these numbers. So you get 2, 3, 4. 4 is not divisible by 3, so this is not divisible by 3. Okay, now let's check 4 if the number is divisible by 4. So for 4, what we have to do, instead of the last digit like we checked for 2, we have to check the last 2 digit. So 72 here, 68, and then 30. And then we have to check if the last 2 digits are divisible by 4. So 72 is divisible by 4. So if we divide 72 by 4, 4 times 1 is 4, you get 3, and then 4 times 8 is 32. So 18. So that means this is divisible by 2. So we can just ignore all the numbers. Let's say you have, so even if you have, let's say 4, 8, 1, 0, if you have like some billion value or something, we just have to check for the last 2 digits. So this means this is divisible by 4. So now for this number, 37,368, we just have to consider 68. Let's check if 68 is divisible by 4. 4 times 1 is 4. You get 2, and then 4 times 7 is 28. So 17. So this means this number is also divisible by 4. And then now for here, we have to check if 30 is divisible by 4. 30 is not divisible by 4, so this means 120,130 is not divisible by 4. So instead of checking the whole number, we are just checking the last 2 numbers. So you can just do it in your head as well. Now let's check for 5. So for 5, we just have to check the last digit, and if it's either 0 or 5, then it's divisible by 5. So super easy. So this is not 5 or 0. So this is also not 5 or 0. So these two are not divisible by 5, but this is ending in 0. So this means this is divisible by 5. So 5 is super easy. Now let's check if a number is divisible by 6. So 6, a number is divisible by 6 if it's divisible by both 2 and 3. And we have already done it for these numbers. So we have checked if they are divisible by 2 and 3. So here is divisible by 2 but not by 3. So this means this is not divisible by 6. This is divisible by both 2 and 3. So this means this is also divisible by 6 because 6 is just a multiple of 2 and 3. And then it's divisible by 2 but not by 3. So this means this is not divisible by 6. Okay, now let's check 8 if the number is divisible by 8. So a number is divisible by 8 if the last 3 digits are divisible by 8. So we have to consider these 3, and then these 3. So no matter how many numbers you have, you still have to divide this. So 8 is a little complex, but let's say if you have 420,000 or something, 425, 420 million, 555,872. You just have to consider the last three numbers. So it's still a lot faster. You can still do it in your head. So 872, let's check if the last three digits are divisible by 8. So if we divide 872 by 8, 8 times 1 is 8. We get 7 here. So we do 0 and then we get 2 here. 8 times 9 is 72. So 109. So 872 is divisible by 8. So this means 5872 is also divisible by 8. Now for 368, let's check if 368 is divisible by 8. So 8 times 4 is 32. You get 4. 8 times 6 is 48. Get 0, so 46. So it is divisible by 8. So this means the whole number is also divisible by 8. Now for 130, let's divide it by 8. So 8 times 1 is 8. 5, get 0. 8 times 6 is 48. You get 2. So it's not fully divisible by 8. It'll be decimal something. So this means the whole number is also not divisible by 8. Now let's check if the number is divisible by 9. So a number is divisible by 9 if the sum of the digits is also divisible by 9. So let's see, for this one, 5 plus 8 is 13, 20, 22. 22 is not divisible by 9. So this is not divisible by 9. Now let's check this. 10, 19, 20, 27. 27 is divisible by 9. So this means this whole number is also divisible by 9. And finally, let's check this. So 2, 3, 4, 7. 7 is not divisible by 9. So that means the whole number is also not divisible by 9. Finally, let's check if the number is divisible by 10. So if a number is divisible by 10, if the last digit is 0. So here we can see only 120,130 is ending in 0. So that means this number is divisible by 10 as well. Okay, so this is how you check if a number is divisible by any of these numbers. So this way you can just calculate it a lot faster, and you can even do it in your head. If you found this helpful, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you for watching.